Hello viewers, do you love my robotistic speech impediment?
How?
If you do, I love you.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
Obsession, the new horror film that technically came out last year but hit the UK last month, and to my surprise, I'm obsessed with how good this film is. It's quite a shame most horror films tend to lack so much in depth and don't really leave much of an impact in cinema today. They tried and tried and tried, but nothing really stands. Issues happen, scripts change a billion times, and logic doesn't really connect the puzzle pieces, but Obsession is no exception. The film is written and directed by Curry Barker, a name that honestly sounds like he's related to Hellraiser creator Clive Barker. Before Obsession, his feature debut is a film titled Milk and Cereal. Seriously, what's up with these Little Britain names? Milk and Cereal. More like Serial Killer, which you can easily find on YouTube after not being able to find a distributor willing to exhibit the film made on a budget of ooh. I'm actually really happy that we are entering an age where YouTubers become filmmakers. Chris Stuckman made his feature debut after being Stuckmanized a billion times. The Filippo twins, who started out as Ronald McDonald being a clown killer, it became very big enough to make Talk to Me and Bring Her Back. This proves that we are indeed using YouTube as a dedicated platform for future filmmakers, and I'm happy that I'm doing this myself right here, right now. The story for Obsession is what you get when you wish someone you love
Deep inside your heart.
loves you back, only to realize that can be too much of a good thing.
Do you still think I'm pretty?
Does the narrative have more than that?
Yes.
And do I need to say more?
I mean, no.
Despite the film only having a handful of characters with not much of explicit backstories, what their families are like, and everything else we go through in life, it proves a narrative can deliver real weight without needing a bloated assembly line Marvel roaster. You know exactly how that goes. An endless avalanche of capes where half the characters require a 3-hour backstory lecture and the other half are completely obscure D-list heroes that nobody cares about until Disney puts them on a lunchbox. Obsession uses liposuction to cut all of that corporate fat. Michael Johnson's portrayal of Bear, and yes, that's his actual name in the film, which is literally Bear.
Necessities.
I spent the first 20 minutes of the runtime waiting for him to steal picnic baskets or mauling a park ranger, but instead he delivers an on-screen presence that carries a quiet, simmering tension. Indy Navarrete, however her name is pronounced. This has to be one of the best performances of the 2020s so far. Not Oscar level, but just a good performance with the work of a good team. She anchors the psychological weight of the film with all the emotions at the right beat, from happy to sad. She is so fucking creepy, even when displaying all the emotions, bouncing off other characters to fill out a core group that feels entirely authentic despite not having much about them. Is she a distant relative to Darth Sidious?
No.
She would easily blend into a Stanley Kubrick film. Even I can be just as creepy as Nikki. The way she smiles is so me. This has to be, so far, one of the most tangible Gen Z represented characters and aesthetics. The only Gen Z trope in the film is phones. No headphones to fade out of reality, just phones and only phones, and it's clearly made by a Gen Z team, especially the director, who is 2 years after the generation start. What is she doing? Despite we are facing a state of cinema where the plastic cinematography tends to be very TikTok-y and fake and lacks authenticity, this film is full of brilliant blocking, staging, hard cutting, and extremely creative shots. This is a very Gen Z Kubrick film. No, I'm really serious. If you are a hardcore Kubrick fan, then you will get Kubrick vibes from this film. There are constant emotional stares, long shots that go on for quite a long time, the editing and tone are consistently identical. This is like Kubrick died the same year the director was born, but reincarnated into him to maintain the same artistic style for a dumb, tech-obsessed audience. The success for Obsession resembles how Napoleon Dynamite succeeded 20 years earlier. Both films were made for under $1 million and explore the generational youth. The biggest difference is that Napoleon, who is not French, and Dynamites were never a thing during his time, explored Gen Y during when Gen Zs were just little children and just starting primary school. Aww. Mostly made its revenue in a land of the free when it's not. Obsession explored Gen Z and managed to see the world. It deliberately lingers, using long, unblinking takes to amplify the film's underlining paranoia. Now that the final result is under 2 hours long, I can see why some people might get bored easily and have zero context for slow-paced films with artistic depth, and it does test the audience stamina, and the artistic goals are very high. It rears on an instant algorithmic, I cannot say it, pacing, but if you submit to its rhythm of the night, the slow, agonizing build makes the eventful payoff hit twice as hard. Ultimately, I would highly recommend Obsession. It stands tall as one of the most refreshing, genuine, gripping horror films we've ever seen so far in this decade. While it might not be a flawless 10 out of 10 polished masterpiece, because let's face it, it does rely on the be careful what you wish for trope, but it did play a role in the Tom Hanks film Big, which is a comedy, so horror is not really alone on that one. Even the most acclaimed art will always have its bizarre what the fuck moments. It is an undeniable triumph for independent cinema that managed to open at number 4 at the UK box office. And worldwide, it's doing so damn well. It proves that raw, uncompromising directorial vision will always have triumph over multi-million-dollar corporate boo. If you have the patience to look past modern society's fractured, short-form attention span and submit yourself to a real structural slow burn, this film will reward you. I am looking forward to what curry-eating barking dog has to offer in the future, and Obsession earns an incredibly solid, well-deserved 8 out of 10. She's watching you in your sleep. You can't see her, but she can see you.